March 22nd, Aboulaye Kaba versus Harry Bray. Let's go back to that last show, November 16th. We'll start with Aboulaye, your performance. Won the fight. Rewatching the fight, watching it back. How do you reflect on the performance?
I think it was a very close fight and it could have gone any way, but people saying that it could have been a robbery just goes out the window because, you know, with me getting a 10-8 round, winning the last round and him getting a point taken off him, I think it just takes away any chance of him winning, you know, but I guess I am looking for a rematch as well and it's going to go very differently next time.
But now you focus on Harry Bray, who also boxed on November 16th, boxed in a brilliant fight with Matty Scott, didn't get a decision. How do you reflect on that performance?
As always, improvements that could be made. Not my best performance, not my worst. Yeah, definitely improvements that can be made, that will be made. But a good opponent, a live opponent. And
well, yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, again, a bit of a bizarre matchup because you've got an elite level amateur in Matty Scott. Yourself had over 40 amateur fights as well. Matty's currently active in the amateurs, came from the amateurs for that fight against you. Rewatching it, did you feel like it was close to rewatching it back then when you was in there?
Yeah, so on the night, I was fuming. Yeah. Come back, I said to my coach, I said, I ain't one around here. I was absolutely fuming. Got out the ring, held the same, said to Matty, said, well done, great fight. And then a lot of the feedback I was getting was, no, it weren't. You didn't disgrace yourself sort of thing, which was my initial thoughts. Gone back, watched it, closer, still not what I would have liked, what I would have hoped for, but got to move on in, yeah.
And then when this matchup gets proposed to you, of course the winner of Daniel versus Aboulaye was always something that winning that interim title puts them in line to fight. Yourself, was this a fight that you thought maybe could happen, or do you think maybe it's a fight that has potentially come too soon for Aboulaye?
So at first, I wasn't sure if it would happen or not. I know both the Drezics, both strong, tough lads, so I didn't know who was going to win, do you know what I mean? I've not seen much of Aboulaye. So yeah, I didn't know if it would happen, and then obviously Aboulaye won, and I've seen the performance, and up in the air, like he says, close fight. So I was thinking, Drezic is a light heavyweight, normally 85 kilo-ish. This is at cruiserweight. So again, I'm thinking, does it make sense? Do you know what I mean?
Is it fair to say, almost respectfully, if he turns up in the same way that he performed that last fight against you, it's a dangerous outcome for him? Yeah,
it's a different fight altogether, definitely. Like I say, Daniel is a light heavyweight, 85 kilo. I've been boxing at heavy, cruiser. Matty, fully fledged cruiser. Been in with big lads, so it's a different fight altogether.
How do you feel about the fight and the prospect of fighting someone like Harry? This is a fight that we know as well, that you'll be hearing it, you'll be a huge underdog for this fight. Do you understand why, from the outside, that's going to be the situation?
100%. I know why it looks like I'm the underdog, but between me and Harry, we know that this is going to be a lot more of an exciting fight than what it looks like from the outside. We've shared the ring together, we've been there, and we both know what level we're at. And even though on paper, it doesn't look like I'm at that level, I know and I believe that I am at that level. Obviously, my last fight was a hiccup, but even looking back at the fight, I still think I won, even though it was a bad performance.
You believe you won that with a bad performance, and I just want to go back to, you said you shared the ring before with Harry. Where was that? Give me the context on that.
Yeah, this very ring right here, we shared the ring probably a couple of months ago, or a year ago, I can't remember really.
Probably just before summer?
Yeah, just before the summer. Yeah, we sparred, it was a good spar, but...
I'm not going to push for anything too much, but do you feel like you got the better in that spar? Was it a spar that you think was close, or do you think it was a spar where you showed levels?
I think I showed levels, and he probably never heard of me before that, but...
How did you have heard of him before that?
I'd seen him. I'd seen him on the shows I boxed on of yours. Brings a big crowd. What rang a bell was, you've had a big walkout.
Yeah, I love my walkouts.
Yeah, that's...
He says there about showing levels in the spar. What's your take on that?
I'll give him it. I I'd just done a few rounds with a big lad. I was just getting into a camp, not very fit, all excuses. I don't think I laid a glove on him that round. I'll give him that.
Against Aboulaye?
Yeah. But when we fight, there will be punches landed.
Yeah.
And that's where it will be different.
I assume from your perspective, the sparring's going to be irrelevant and it's all going to be...
Yeah. Sparring, and it's... anyone can show up, have a good spar. You don't know what they've done that day, what the other person's done that day. Don't bother me.
You watched Matty box Harry and beat him. He boxed aside to on the back foot, hit and move. Do you think you can stop Harry?
I think it's going to be interesting seeing Harry on his back foot.
Is that an area where you'd say almost respectfully, he's not really been put there as much, or maybe when you've seen him get put there, he's not the most comfortable?
I haven't seen anyone put him on his back foot.
Is that something you intend to do?
Yeah.
With your experience in the amateurs, again, a long time ago, having them fights, you would have, in them moments, been put on the back foot and boxed in a different way. I assume you welcome someone to put you in that position.
So, yeah, as an amateur, obviously I was about 50 kilo. I was constantly on the back foot. That was my boxing style, but that is 15 years ago now. That is not my style anymore. I have been put on the back foot in one of my fights, prize fighter final, against, what's your name?
Craig Bagshaw.
Craig Bagshaw, that's the one.
When put in that position, what happened?
I put him out.
And is that something, would you, if Aboulaye takes that approach with you?
Yeah, company, that's all good with me.
March 22nd, Aboulaye Kaba versus Harry Bray. I look forward to it.